Welcome to Physical Fitness. The class starts on Tuesday, January 16th, and I'm your teacher, Mrs. Murtha. The confusing thing is through email, my name, I had a name change, so my name hasn't changed in email, so it's Rao. So sometimes you might get an email from your PE teacher, Mrs. Rao, Mrs. Murtha, same person. Hopefully we'll have that changed soon, so it won't be so confusing. So for our first lunch, I want to go over a couple things. First of all, I want to talk to you about the pace for the class and how you will find that pace, because the pace chart is basically built into the OdysseyWare class. So if you're in physical fitness, and there's an overview of physical fitness, as you scroll down, there's 6 different units. So Unit 2, or you could say Module 2, is flexibility training. Module 3, you have cardiovascular fitness. You move on to Module 4, resistance training. 5, motivation and mindset. And then, of course, 6 is your course review and exam. So as you're working in each module or unit, whichever is easier for you, you will see that you will have individual assignments within each module or unit. So across from each assignment, so normally the first assignment is your course overview. But so as you see, you have assignment 2, what is physical fitness? There is an assignment due for that. And you can see under the due column that there is an assignment, and it is due on 1/16. Now, I know we're just getting started on 1/16, so I really, all the way up and through till the 19th, you have time to work on these 3 classes. If you notice, you will see some assignments. So back to that point, I just want to make the point that I know we're just getting started. Don't panic if you're off pace a little bit, because we're going to be until we kind of catch up to the pace of the class. But I know that we just started school on the 16th. As you're going through your assignments, you will see some assignments are skipped. And usually they're maybe the quizzes. Normally they are the quizzes skipped. However, sometimes I may, as the instructor, go in and skip an assignment. If I do that, I will allow you to know about that through, I'll either send a lot of times I'll communicate with you all through the message. I'll message you through the classroom or in our Google Classroom. And sometimes if you do such an outstanding job on one assignment, I am known to give extra credit, so please keep that in mind. And sometimes extra credit means you can skip an assignment. So in that case, you might see one of your assignments that would say skipped. So that's pretty much what there is in our OdysseyWare for the pace. You just look under the due column. Like I said, you want to make sure. So in Unit 1, there's 25 assignments. The 25th is your glossary and credits. Then you would click on Flexibility Units, and you can see how many assignments. So 2 reasons I'm showing you this is, 1, because you need to know to locate where the pace is for the class, but also you can see how many assignments there are for this class. This is one class you cannot get behind because of the amount of assignments. I would try, honestly, to keep up the pace for the semester to at least complete 4 or 5 assignments a week. It's not hard. Some essays are a little bit more difficult or challenging than others. Some assignments may require a sentence answer. So you can use your judgment on how you, how many assignments you work a week. But I would definitely, this is one class you don't want to get behind. And the next thing I want to show you is to make sure everyone goes into their Google Classroom. Once you sign into your Google Classroom, you will find your physical fitness class. That's your PE class. As you can see, I have many PE classes or health classes in mine, but you do not need to go into any other class. You do not need to do any other launches, just the launches and reflection question for physical fitness. So once you sign into the class, you can scroll down. Oops, I want to add a topic here. I don't see reflection questions, so I'm going to add a topic. Okay, so if you scroll down on the left-hand side, you can see there's a class announcements. And many times I will put a class announcement in there. I haven't even started to load this class. I will once my launch is done. And there's many times that class resources that I will find something that may help you complete your assignment. So I'll load it into there, into the class resources. This is where you'll find your launches. Each week you can identify the launch by the date, and then of course your reflection question. And again, nothing's posted yet because I'm just now doing the launch. You want to make sure that you are added to the classroom. I sent out invites probably around Christmas time. So if you did not get your invite and accept your invitation to my classroom, Google Classroom, please make sure you get in touch with me and I'll make sure I add you. I've been checking the list, so I don't think I forgot anyone yet, but some of you may get added before I'm even aware that I have a new student. So just send me an email, send me a hangout. You want to make sure that you do your work and you do stay on pace, and that's how I give your attendance points. I look at if you're on pace but you haven't had to work that week because the week before you did so many that you're still on pace, you will get your attendance points. So basically I'm looking as, are you on pace? If you're behind pace, I'm going to look to see how many days you actually signed in. If you're behind pace and you have not worked, obviously you're not going to get your attendance points, which do count towards your grade, so you want to make sure you watch that. You want to make sure it is imperative that you watch your weekly launches, because those as well count towards your grades. And by not doing your launches or your reflection questions, you could drop your grades, you could have an A going into it with all your assignments, but by not doing your launches or your reflection questions, you could drop your grade down to a B. So you want to be careful, make sure that is part of the class, is to complete your launches and reflection questions. You want to make sure, if I do send messages out or send announcements out, to read them, because usually it's important information, so take time to do that. I am a part-time instructor, so I do usually sign on around 5, so you can pretty much get me around 5. The first thing I do is I answer all my emails, I answer all my hangouts, so you can, depend that if you send a question or need a help request, or you can even send a help request through the classroom, that I will answer it. So I think that's pretty much about it for today's launch. I hope you all have an awesome week. I look forward to working with each and every one of you, and please don't hesitate to reach out if you need any help. I'm here always to help. Please use me as one of your main resources if you're having problems, and don't wait too long if you're having problems. Reach out right away. Have a good week.